Can you hear me? Can you see all the things that I'm doing? What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? I'm just vibing today. I'm just chilling. I got this new mic stand. Pretty happy about it. Hopefully, y'all can hear me a lot better. I will try my best to talk as clearly and verbally as I can. So I apologize about my dogs. My dogs are a little rowdy right now because we barking. We just barking. And I don't know why they barking, but shout out to everyone that made it on this beautiful Tuesday, and we gonna go at it. We gonna look for new things. We gotta look for these worms. So today, what I plan on doing is, just to improvise or let y'all know that I'm gonna be going back and forth because I am trying to teach my daughter how to do a cartwheel right now to get ready for her cheer camp or whatever she needs to do to get better. So that's the plan for today. I'm gonna be going back and forth all the time, but we're gonna be very entertaining today. We're gonna try to get these worms today. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. If you're not following the channel right now, go ahead and hit that follow button. Appreciate y'all. Might check 1 2. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. We back. Sorry.
Sending you back, hero. Wreak some havoc for me.
I don't even know where these worms are. Broski. I fucked up. Ugh. Yeah, dude, I'm about to hit the YouTube so I know where these worms are, man. Cause I don't even know where these worms are. Hold on, guys. Alright, back. Alright, I'm back. 10 minutes in. We got nothing done yet. We don't finish it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where's his marker at? Dude, I got team sniped. Oh. You just need a passive farm. Oh, maybe no get to. Are you serious, dude? It's not even killing him. kill these fools. Cooked. Oh, just more. Bro, like, dude, these wizards are gonna be the death of me. Good, I guess I'm gonna lose all my health. So it's being trashed right now. Not the hive killing me. See, we about to redo this shit. Give me 1 second. Alright, so what are we doing right now? Oh yeah, we're about to fight this boss or whatever. Yep. Powerful foe is summoned. I'm about to die anyways. Boom! One hit KO. Too excited for the Age of Fate. Age of Fate. Let me put that on the title. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do this. Oh man, I was gonna do the punch him, get my health back. Really? Something strange is in here? But yet, you don't want to give me the kill? Let me switch to my... So what y'all think about the live showcase today, huh? I didn't get to watch it. Oh, I did watch it. I wasn't really into it because I don't know. We're gonna play it pretty soon. So we can watch it together. I think I'm just killing myself right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, so let me get this kill. Cooked. 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 I knew there was a worm up here. Let's go!
know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You could get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel? $500 on setup shit. Fucking $2,000 on your rent. Fucking $200 on Wi-Fi. $200 on IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going in the negative doing this shit, okay? Y'all know.
What the fuck? Bro, what?
You may not need the headset.
Oh, he's kicking him. He's dead. He's dead. Damn. Hey, hold on. Hey, get it out.
I ain't trying to get banned with all that nasty stuff. We clean here. We clean. Let me see. Where am I supposed to go? You know, I'm about to start. I'm just gonna start all over. Give me the flute. Give me the soup. Feels already. Oh no, it's okay. Oh, this is the chest. I knew I was gonna die. No fucking way. Ugh. That blows. We made it though. We made it though. Ha! Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I'm losing all my life right here. I need my chest pieces. Waiting for the homies to come by so we could do the chest piece. I don't even know how to do it. Open and collect chest pieces from the drop system. So every time I get out of the portal, I'm just gonna die, right? Gotcha. Alright, give me a pace. Okay, we got some chess pieces. Let me see. Let me click on this. Episodes, heresy. This should tell you we're all. Okay, whatever. Coins. Okay, okay. See, off dreadnought pieces found. Quarter blades. So I do need to do quarter blades. No, look at that. Alright, let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna start all over. Come on, change this one. No. Hear my dog. My dog crying. Bloody mercy. A bloody mercy. Oh, they got in trouble. Okay, so let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Hold on, let me go to Reddit and real fast. I'm seeing you got some good stuff. Right of the nine stuff. Alright, we're gonna go to right at 9 real fast. And then we're gonna go back in. We're gonna find these worms. We got 5 more worms. Let's get it. I'll be right back. Give me one moment here. I'm gonna switch back to my game. I am. Hold on, let me turn my camera back on. Yeah, y'all can see me better. Alright, cool. Alright, we in the right of the 9. We in the right of the 9. Don't you got the feeling alive?
Everything done.
Oh, oh, snap. This is it. Let me give you all of this. I know I already got. Don't even got that one yet. It says 12. I already got them. I already got them. Honestly.
An object of power.
Collect. Alright, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Alright. I am back. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me here. And can I be honest right now? I don't got shit to do right now. I just want to find these worms so I could upgrade this gun that I have on. What's it called? Osseous trigger? No, barrel dyad. I just want to upgrade this gun, but I gotta find all these curricular things, bro. That shit's fucking ass. The skin, bro. Y'all trying to sell these cosmetics, bro? Ass. I ain't gonna front. No one wants to vibe for you. Hold on a second. I gotta get some news. Hold on. Music. let's go back to the Nether Patrol. And I don't know if it's me, but I'm gonna say it even if I don't have an audience right now, but I probably do, which is me. I do want to say one thing. I am very excited for the Edge of Faith. I am looking forward to all the new things that we are gonna discover and are gonna be wanting to do, dude. And I want to complete a lot of stuff. I really do, dude. After the episodes, I think I don't know what episode it was, but I think it was the first episode. This is episode 3, right? So I just gave up. I didn't want to do it no more. And probably the reason why is because the story didn't. It did make sense at the end of the day, but it's like, so what? You're gonna bring all those people back. You're gonna bring back Oryx. You're gonna bring back Savathun. You're gonna bring back everybody. You can't bring everybody back. You have to have some fresh, new ideas. So when I was, you know what? Now that I'm talking about this, I do want to watch this video. I do want to watch this video. Come on, let's watch this video. Let me exit all this stuff out. Excuse me. You know what? We're gonna watch this one.
I'm ready.
This was shot in front of a live studio audience at twitch.tv/Swetsicle.
Here we go. Rated T for teen. Well, this is copyrighted. That's raps. Can you guys hear okay?
Kepler, you've never been there, and you know every inch of it.
Shout out to Swetsicle. I know.
The farthest either of us have been from home, in distance or in time. You're gonna get a call, an invitation only you can answer. And you'll say yes.
Okay.
They arranged it so you would never say no.
You will say yes. You will.
Choice is real. And every choice you make will lead you here. To who you're supposed to be.
Thing looks like the jet gun.
Eyes up, weapon.
That's the raid entrance. Bro, this was a good trailer.
Is that the raid? Is that a 9 themed raid? Finally, after almost 11 years.
You see that package? That's the one I got. But that was a good trailer. Why didn't you bust this out in the beginning instead of us talking shit and saying that, oh man, this game's gonna suck? I hope there's better things we're looking forward to, because that was a really good trailer.
Years we get a 9 themed raid.
Awesome. Hello. Welcome to Bungie. Welcome back
Hi,
to
Dylan.
our second live stream for
What's up,
The Edge
Dylan?
of Fate. What you just saw was our launch trailer. We are 14 days away from launch. 2 weeks. Pretty insane. Today we're going to be talking about what activities are on Kepler. What can you expect from world tiers as you're going through for replayability? And to introduce that, we actually have a wonderful human being on the couch next to me. Did I introduce myself? My name's Dylan. Hi. Your name is Robbie. Hello. Let's actually get a real introduction for you. How you doing?
Hey, Dylan. It's great to be here. I'm the assistant game director for Destiny 2, and I focus on working with the broad Destiny 2 team and creating this game for our players and charting a new course to some new frontiers here with the Edge of Fate. Just 14 days away. It's crazy. Right? It's awesome. Yeah.
I keep telling folks on the team, it's like, we got 14 days, and they're like, wait, huh? It's already here? So today we're going to be looking at Kepler. Can you give us a quick overview? What are we going to be looking at?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at some of the free roam experience on Kepler, and we're also going to be taking a sneak peek at the end of one of our campaign missions that is replayable in the post game after you complete the campaign of the Kepler experience. We're also going to be talking here about our world tiers a little bit, which we've talked a little bit about in the stream, and we're going to talk about a lot more here today. And so what we're showing on screen right now is the world tier difficulty selector that's on the destination.
Mythic.
So right now we're in the Fabled difficulty, and so Brave and Legendary, you can play through the campaign, you can play through the main quest, the story of the release, and Brave or Legendary, doesn't matter. But after you do that, you're going to unlock Fabled and Mythic difficulties. Now, the difference here, though, is with these difficulties, power is fully enabled. And so that means when you step out of either Brave or Legendary, you're going to probably be able to do Fabled. Most people will be able to do Fabled. Some people might need a fire team. But if you want to play Mythic, you're really going to have to climb power. And the difficulty really escalates, and then the gear gets better. And so if you're hunting for that, that tier 2+, 3, 4 loot, right, you're going to be needing to play and Fabled Mythic to find that.
So does that mean we're getting up to 4 before the raid?
Let's get some combat going. Really quick, what is the state of our fire team? You were mentioning we're in Fabled, so this is going to be after they've already done their first playthrough.
Yeah, so this fire team has played through the Legendary campaign. Right now, they are inside of the Gorge, which is one of our 4 major regions of Kepler, and they are in free roam right now, and they are going through one of our free roam encounters. And so the other thing I should call out here is within these free roam encounters, there are reasons to basically go back through the destination using your new abilities in new ways. And so, sorry, can you ask me that question one more time? Like, I feel like I answered it, but then I segued into something else.
I said, what state is our fire team in?
Post-campaign. Yeah. We're post-campaign. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, we're hunting higher tier loot and
I can't tell if he's
on the destination,
excited,
and
nervous,
they're also
or
doing some of our post-game quests. So both Fabled and Mythic have their very own quests associated with them as part of the post-game that are one part of like completing the Triumphant Seal to earn some exclusive cosmetics and emblems, but also these world quests unlock some additional loot in the game as well. So specifically the Mythic quest that's associated with that world tier unlocks a variant armor set for the Kepler armor. So as you're playing through the campaign and throughout the experience, there's a 2 and 4 set piece bonus on the Kepler armor set. Once you complete that Mythic world tier quest, you unlock a variant of that has a different set bonus and a unique shader on it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and for folks that you didn't tune in last week or you haven't heard about gear tiers, set bonuses, we have a full blog article that went live last week. Go ahead, visit that, check it out. So when we're looking at this activity, this is going to be a free roam mission, right?
Yes.
And these take place in places that are regions on the destination.
Yes.
Can you walk us through that?
Yeah. So I talked about it a little bit before, but this is the Gorge, and so the Vex have actually put a big security lockdown on this entire region inside of Kepler. And so they're the fire team right now is like basically like breaking through.
Pulse rifles are going to be disgusting.
And so each of these regions.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. Here, I'm gonna go back here. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm bored. Like, this is not getting me excited at all to watch.
feature multiple of these major encounters is kind of what we call them, these free roam encounters. And these are kind of like the scale. Sorry, I just got try to get through that security grid and you did not make it.
Yeah.
Each of
You
these
shall not
each of
cheese.
these major encounters we have are kind of like the size of like roughly like a lost sector, but ultimately they're more complex. They have more mechanics. That you have to use the destination abilities to solve some simple puzzles and encounters inside of them. And generally they have like pretty thick combat, especially on like the Fabled difficulty as well, where we start adding more enemies, tougher enemies, and also there are banes that are applied in the World Tiers 2 that are actually exclusive to Kepler. They were built specifically.
Literally, being this little sugar ball, lightning ball, whatever you want to call it, I think that's what I'm excited for. I get to be Sonic, and I just watched Sonic with Shadow. So this is gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a little interesting. Let me see how much things we can do with this little ball. Sega.
Specifically for
Yeah, this kind of feels like an adventure.
Yeah, and as you're going through these sorts of free roam activities and exploring Kepler, what
Which,
other
for those
like
who don't
side
know,
objectives or
it's a
objectives
thing we
can
used
pop
to
up?
have in Destiny
Yeah, so the
2.
way we kind of were thinking about
they
this,
got
right?
rid of it
Like you're a lot of this outside of doing the seal, the triumphs, and things like that,
After
and
Forsaken.
mysteries and secrets, which we can talk about here in a minute, a little bit more. Is like it's about gear pursuit, right? It's about like earning that higher tier gear, chasing power, and so the way we constructed these regions, there's these free roam major encounters, there's tougher enemies that appear, there's HVTs that pop up, there's destination materials to loot, and there's this material called a faded cipher as well. And so you're going to be combining destination materials that you get from basically doing almost anything inside of the region alongside faded ciphers in order to be able to purchase specific items at the destination vendor called the Altar of Relativity at the center.
That's a lot of
Kepler.
names and words.
Lots of
and
proper
yeah,
nouns.
If you didn't
This
get
kinda
this,
just feels
I know
like a
there are gonna
lost
be
sector, if
breakdowns.
I'm
We'll have
being
a recap
honest.
in the TWID, but yeah, continue.
Yeah,
That's
and so,
all I
like,
can think about.
What's cool about this is that in the post game, like there's a focus that we created, and so basically through the vendor you can go and look at it and be like, okay, today's focus is the Gorge, which the fire team is looking at today. Most of the materials that you're earning here can be used to purchase gear, or you can convert your other materials you might have from other regions in order to convert it into the Gorge materials to buy stuff. But every day it's going to shift. That daily focus is going to shift. And so a little bit later in the stream, we're going to be seeing a part of Exile's Accord, which we've also some of our content creators and influencers showed as well, and some of their content parts of it. But basically, of the 4 major regions, the daily focus will shift day over day to basically kind of change what you're focused on, what gets you access to that direct purchase loot.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of rewards, you were talking about like the currencies and the vendor.
Yeah.
You had mentioned before the stream, actually, there's a new form of attunement for the destination as well.
Yeah, so something that was really important to us was like it just, we want to make playing what we call like the action game, like actually experiencing free roam like this and the mission content, like when you earn that piece of loot on Kepler as you're completing these activities and just got nuked.
No, I'm so happy that they're dying because they were like, this won't be
Did
too hard.
anybody
And it's
catch
like,
that
oh, world
Warlock's-
tiers?
his
Let's
melee
introduce them at
just
a higher
changed.
difficulty, shall we?
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, exactly. Yes, this is Fabled pushing
something
back a little bit. They're
Strand.
having
Are we
to
getting
think
a
about what they
new
do, and they
aspect?
just used actually Mattermorph in order to open up a pathway to get around this Vex grid that opened up in the middle of the encounter. But anyway, we were talking specifically, I'm sorry, remind me. Attunement, thank you. Yeah, so basically,
Destination
you're going to be able
ability?
to attune at the vendor a specific piece of gear, armor, or weapon, and any drop on Kepler that drops a piece of armor or weapon will have a chance to be that gear. We just wanted to make sure that as you're playing through the destination, as like you're carving your own path, you're figuring out your own farm routes inside of each of these 4 regions each day of the week. We wanted to make sure that, like, hey, if you're looking for the Giver, that auto rifle that's coming with the Edge Fate here on Kepler, it's like you have a chance to get it anytime a piece of loot drops. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had mentioned just a
so
minute ago about
focusing?
secrets
Question
and
mark?
the depth of the destination. I mean, I'd love to hear, go ahead, expand on that.
Yeah, so like it's funny with like secrets and mysteries, like you want to like talk about it a little bit, but like not too much
No
to
spoilers, right?
like spoil it.
Yeah.
But I think like the thing to scratch at here and poke at here is right is like we've talked about the destination abilities.
It's attunement? I
a few
know,
times.
but like it's. but
and so
we
with
literally-
the
we have
world
that.
tiers
That's
and the
not,
Fable
like-
mythic difficulties throughout the destination, there are secrets and mysteries facilities, like basically all these little alcoves, these little locations, these side paths, these hidden rooms, all throughout the destination that you can go and discover. And there's a lot available just within the campaign experience. Like if you want to play through the campaign and take it like really slow, and as you earn abilities and look around, you're going to find a lot of mysteries to solve. But we also wanted to make sure that in those higher world tiers in Fabled and Mythic, that it felt like this expanding expansion of that content.
Do you guys think we'll be able to do the
And it's
top
basically
difficulty
like, hey,
one
you
off
have
rip?
even
I'm
more
thinking
abilities than
yes.
ever. You can now peel back the onion of this world to discover what's at the core of it. And so we really wanted to make sure that it felt like there was just more and more to dive into the more you unlocked inside of the post game.
Faded Cypher.
So in our rehearsals, we never managed to get this perfect timing, but we have perfect timing. I would love to shift to campaign. We're going to be taking you about midway through campaign mission here. A quick note for the audience: if you're avoiding spoilers, we have disabled our VO. We have disabled our subtitles. We're trying to keep this so you are discovering the story as it comes out with the Edge of Fate and our new saga.
If you're
So
avoiding
as they're getting
spoilers, why
loaded
the
into
fuck would you be
that,
watching
I'd
this
love
stream?
to ask you just a couple more questions about free roam in the regions.
Yes.
What other things can happen in regions outside of campaign?
Why would you
so
be here?
one of the big things that happens
You don't
inside
just
these
randomly
regions
show
are
up here,
side
bro.
quests, which we've only talked a little bit about, and these are basically ways that flesh out more of the characters of the world, more of the stories of the people, and of the place.
Yeah, I know.
And
Like,
what's happening
it's a
on
nice
Kepler, what's
gesture,
been
but I'm
happening with
like,
them before, and what might
okay,
be
I
happening to
guess.
them in the future. And basically, what happens is as you're completing these regions as part of the campaign, and you kind of start to unlock more of them, these side quests will start to become available. And so these side quests are available to you at any time. So again, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, like you can either take it really, really slow and take a really long time to get through everything the release has to offer, or you can just like beeline the main quest, beeline the critical path, and then when you get into the higher level world tiers, all of these side quests are now available to you. As we've been like play testing
That's what I'll be doing.
closing out the Edge of Fate here, it's been really interesting to watch different developers and people play test with the content. Myself and Blake Battle, one of our executive producers, he and I just like we're just like beelining it, right? And then we get to the end and we like pop up in that and we're like, look at all these quests to do, while other people like want to take their time and like experience like the full story of every single little piece.
So we're actually we're getting into the campaign right now. And speaking of beelining, we've seen a ton of questions about getting raid race. Right? So the raid race is going to be coming out on the Saturday after launch. I believe it's the 19th of July. What difficulty should players play at to get ready for race?
So if you want to be power ready for the contest mode race for the Edge of Fate, you're going to want to play the legendary campaign. And so when you step out of the legendary campaign, you will be power ready at that point. Now, if you're gear ready, that's up to you, right? It's like how far you want to go down that rabbit hole.
And that dovetails into like replayability for the story missions and the campaign missions, and how that bakes into world tiers. Right?
Getting that higher tier loot. Yeah. So when something that was like really important to us when we were thinking about replayability and what like aspiration means within an expansion, we really wanted to change some of the formula. Like we wanted to take some of the formula that we think works well, but also change other pieces of it. And one of the really big goals for us was just giving you more reasons and just easier ways to play some of the best content we built. This campaign mission is at the end of the Exiles Accord region. This fire team is taking down a giant Exiles prime servitor who's running some of the Archon's dark matter operations. Sorry, all minor spoilers.
No, it's cool. Bife is probably jotting this down, getting ready for a lore dump about the Fallen, all that kind of stuff.
But this is a really fun like multi-phase boss encounter that they're orbiting around this giant servitor. And we really wanted to set something up that this doesn't just was like a one and done kind of thing. And so things we've kind of done before that we're going back to that we think work well. Servitor. There's going to be multiple weekly missions that you can play that are larger missions. So we have a capstone mission for each of our regions. We also have some bookends at the beginning and end of the release that the overall like length of them and complexity, they're very similar to
they not know how to do it, or they
campaign
soft-locked?
experiences from the past. So Something new that we did though for this release though is we also have a bunch of additional story missions that take place during the campaign and you're first introduced to. These are shorter experiences, but they still have like huge impact.
Oh
on,
my God!
The story, moving the story of the main quest into Kepler 4, and also help you to unlock different abilities and things throughout it. And so,
oh my
in
God,
the post game, in the higher level, in the world tiers, we actually have a story mission playlist where you can go in and it's like a rotator, and you're rotating through a bunch of different randomly selected story missions that are about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people can, if you're going really fast.
Did they just swap to like
get them down pre-recorded? And
or
those missions are actually
maybe?
one of the best sources of those faded ciphers that I was talking about earlier. And so the other thing I mentioned earlier too is we have specific quests for both Fabled and Mythic, and these
we have
quests
to go
are gonna
back
take you
and
through
look
some
at
of the
that.
big campaign missions again to experience them with new modifiers because we're curating modifiers and banes and things like that every single week on the destination.
I think they just
to have a little bit
showcased
more of a
the
curated
mission
experience,
soft locking,
but then
bro.
also those quests introduce some like new encounters as well. And so sorry, like I'm going a little bit all over the place. I mean, some of this there's just like so much information for us to talk about. But the thing, like again, I want to drive home here is like we wanted to give you really strong incentives to go in and play the free roam experience, to extract materials, to play our story mission playlist. It's called the Time Latch mission playlist, to earn faded ciphers, but then also to have reasons to go in and replay some of our biggest campaign missions again through the weekly missions playlist, kind of like the heroic stuff we've had in the past.
And on the stream last week, we talked about how as you're unlocking the destination abilities, you carry those forward after the post game, so you can go in and replay and then have some of these things available, right?
Yeah, that's a really good note, and thank you for hitting on that. Like the way we designed this content was the campaign slowly stepped you into these different abilities and unlocking different versions of them and higher tier versions of them. When you're in the post game experience, we intentionally designed puzzles and encounter mechanics and things, and like even in this boss encounter, there's multiple times that they've had to use Matter Spark to like get into the vents and stuff below this area and pop up through the world. And through the campaign, you would actually have to go and find like a Matter Spark pad to activate that, and that's actually
Matter
kind of part
Spark
of the
thing has
puzzle.
got to be in
It's
the
teaching
raid,
you
right?
to kind of look at the world and think about the world in a
Maybe
different
I'm
way. That
tripping
is
for thinking
intentional.
that, but
then in the post game, as soon as you complete the campaign, you unlock Matter Spark anywhere, and it's basically like your souped up sparrow for the destination, and being able to summon Matter Spark anywhere means you can actually like sequence break some of our puzzles and sequence break part of our missions, and that was like entirely intentional as a part of the design. And to be honest, Dylan, like the fun part about this too is like we're not 100% sure in some ways where people might sequence breaks things that we might not expect, but like that was intentional from the design perspective, that like we want people to be able to do that.
It's the magic of like the sandbox in Destiny of we don't know
400
how players are gonna
IQ. Just
take
tell them
this
it's
ability
intentional
with this destination ability
and
with
not
this
a bug.
combatant, et cetera, et cetera. So I think I would love to ask you as well. So we've gotten a lot of questions from players where they're like, oh, you had mentioned like this is comparable to a Rise of Iron. Like, how does that actually break down when we look at the Edge of Fate and Kepler? Like, you had mentioned depth and secrets and a bunch of different things.
So I
big
think, like,
name to live up to, man. People love Rise of Iron,
comparison
man.
is just to give us like a ballpark of where we want to make. But at the end of the day, it's like apples and oranges between what the Edge of Fate is and what Rise of Iron is. So when we've talked about that, we've generally been speaking towards like the size of this destination and the depth of the campaign and post-game experience. Like, this is one of the deepest destinations we've ever built before, and that is why we've been making that comparison to Rise of Iron in that way. But also in terms of being like a little bit bigger. But also like the game is very different today, right? We have an entire portal, we have an entire offering that is there with a bunch of new content, new gear, new things to do. We have the raid with the Edge of Fate, obviously, but then we have the epic raid coming in the major update with Ash and Iron, which we'll talk about more in the future. That just it permutes and expands the raid and expands on the story of the raid. It is new content. We're not holding anything back for the base raid to build that experience. And so again, the Rise of Iron to Edge of Fate, little bit apples and oranges, but we also are thinking about like the collective packages of what comes with this release, because the game is very different from what it was like back.
So we have the free roam missions, we have campaign, we have secrets, we have a lot of questing, that kind of stuff. I'd love, before we wrap up with our campaign mission, to talk a bit about what else players can expect in terms of destination activity.
So we've seen y'all talking about it. Like we hear y'all, and this is one of those things where like we wanted to hold this back for it to be like a surprise and delight moment for everyone when it appeared on the destination in the post game. game. But yeah, let's just talk about it a little bit. So there is a destination activity on Kepler. It is, I'm not going to name it here. I just want y'all to see it when the game goes live. And part of that is because like it does relate to some of the story inside of the campaign, especially near the end. And so we wanted to be careful to not unintentionally spoil something if we showed too much of that activity. But anyway, the way to think about it is like it's kind of its own thing. It's kind of unique, but it's kind of a blend of activities like Vex Incursion and Wellspring. And so this is a match-made activity with 3 players. You're going to be using some of your destination abilities and some really chaotic horde mode inspired elements, but there's also some mechanical elements and there's some boss encounters. But it's going to be one of the best places actually to earn
he said the W word.
That's coming in the Edge of Fate that you get from the Legendary campaign, and it's just highly rewarding in general. And so because we wanted to make this activity really rewarding, it is also technically time limited, but on the Kepler map,
what do you mean time
near
limited?
the center of the map, there's going to be basically a preview that tells you like, hey, when does the activity become available? So you're going to know exactly when you can jump into the destination activity in order to like focus farm those things that you care about the most.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We've already wrapped up our campaign mission, and now we're actually going to be moving over to Portal, Power of Progression. So Robbie, thank you. Chat, thank Robbie for joining us today. And now we're going to swap some folks in.
Thanks, Robbie.
We'll see you next time.
See you later, guys. Thanks so much.
I like Robbie.
All right. So as we are swapping out, I want to talk about these 2 new exotic weapons that we see on the screen.
I wanted to make a comment about the raid, but I guess I'll wait.
Preview that we just had. We also had some creators, influencers, that kind of stuff coming in and speaking to the hand cannon and the scout rifle. Hand cannon is going to be through an exotic quest on Kepler. No spoilers there. But the team was talking about, oh, hey, here is our overall goal for the weapon. It's for those who are looking for the perfect 3-tap. As for the Void Scout Rifle, that's going to be a part of our new rewards pass. This is just, I'm not going to spoil that either. There are some reviews from our sandbox-minded creators. It's a fun time. So, all right, let's move on to Portal, Power, and Progression. And I just looked at our 3 new guests in that order. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, a couple of you are new, but we'll start with you, Ben.
I don't really understand the progression thing. If you're ready for the raid, I just finished in the Legendary
reveal stream or previous Vidocs, can you give a quick overview? Who are you? What you do?
Yeah.
He actually does make a good point. What's the whole point of the progression thing if you just jump into Legendary and you pretty much already got everything figured out? You're just going to do the Legendary mode, and then you're going to basically get ready for the raid. So what else is there left to do? Turn light on. So what is there, like, there would be nothing else left to do because you'd complete everything that's in the trajectory screen. All you could do is explore.
I am Ben
Because
Womack.
beyond
I am
that,
the
it's
core
just
game
like
director. I am the one like helping all the teams that
I
are
guess
making the
making
core
builds.
experience and all the components in the portal and in Edge of Fate as well, like worked well together and like pushed the game forward into like this great new foundation. Really excited to talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Yeah. Next on the couch, brand new to our chair. You've never been on anything, so first time you are meeting the community. Everyone in chat, say hello. Nutty, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nutty.
Yeah.
I'm one of our...
And I hope his prediction of whatever it's called again, the menu. Let's just say the menu, where it tells you all the objectives that you need to do and everything. Hopefully, there's more to it than what it is, because clearly they're not going to reveal everything. They want everyone to figure things out for themselves. But that's how it kind of was when all the secrets came out. They wanted us to figure out, but then there was nothing to figure out. So hopefully, cross fingers. I really want this. I want this expansion to succeed. I really do. I don't want it to flop. I want it to succeed. I bash on Bungie, and this little break that I took, I don't know. This might be the end of the road. This might be the end of the road for me, but we're gonna see. Like we said, we don't judge until we test it out, and then I'm gonna give you my full opinion about it, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna release a video too about it, and hopefully y'all tune in for that video because I am gonna play day 1, and I'm gonna try to catch up. I don't have a raid team, so yeah, I don't have a raid team, so I probably won't do the raid. I'll be asking around who wants to do the raid, but most likely I'm not gonna do the raid until the power level creeps down. And that's just the stinker.
The sandbox ability designers. That pretty much means that I work with Vivian
his,
and Eric.
His name is actually Nutty.
To develop anything that the player is doing outside of armor, weapons, and combatants. So today I'm going to talk about all the modifiers and additional banes.
Just imagine your name being Nutty. That's sick, bro. Just imagine, your high school years were, what's so nutty? So nutty? Crazy ass name.
So we've been working on.
Awesome. Last but not least, we got Alan Blaine. How you doing?
Hey, great. How you doing, Dylan?
Oh, you asked me how I am? Thank you so much. Really quick introduction for everybody out there watching. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure. Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a principal designer. And for the last year, I've been leading the team that's been taking all the cool Banes and modifiers Nutty's team is working on and combining them in a UI with all the activities from the activities team, both new and returning activities, making sure that you get good score while you're playing those activities. And then that score turns into loot with cool seasonal power and gear tiers and all the great stuff that you're looking for.
Stellar. So we have some content on screen. This is what players are going to see when they sign in on day 1, and this is our introduction to the
board. Just
Ben, I
would
love,
moment, please.
To get just a quick overview for those who may have missed it.
Dude, I'm the booking
What is this space?
This is
What
why
are we
I'm
aiming for?
blacklisted.
Yeah, so the portal is very exciting. We had this vision of making a new front page for the game for Destiny 2. And so we really want to make as much as we could available, like just in a couple clicks, and not having to dig down to find the content that is new or featured, or like you're being your friends are playing, or something like convenient that you really want to like go to a lot. Like we have a button for the tower that's right there, fastest you can get into. We also have Edge of Fate in the upper corner, of course, which is like the new expansion for the launch right here. We have this huge like quick launch panel in the lower right that is rotating between new activities, like probably the fastest you can play Destiny ever, aside from right when you like start for the very first like new character. It's gonna let you just like hit and play something right away with like no delay. And then we have actually a very like nested depth there with all the ops categories on the left, which are all the different kinds of things you can play in the portal that are hooking to all the new systems that Alan and Nutty have been talking about.
Awesome. Yeah, really quick, I'd love to go just line by line for Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible Ops. Give them an introduction.
Yeah. So Solo Ops is like a new thing that we're doing in the Edge of Fate launch and for the core game. These have activities that are designed to be played by solo players. They're only one-person fire teams, and they're intended to be content that if you just like have a few minutes, like 10, 15 minutes to play Destiny, and you want to go on and like feel satisfied about your time, get some great loot, you're going to go to Solo Ops and like have that opportunity. It's going to be like a really great, concise like experience. We're also like if you don't want to have like the
Bro, am I an elitist for asking who the hell is logging on for only 10 to 15 minutes? You can be sure that this stuff is
designed to be played by one player. And so it's like, it's going to have challenges, going to have difficulty and modifiers and such you can customize and really great loot to get. But, it's a challenge for you, individual. And I think that's really exciting, like alternative to some stuff in the past. It felt like I want to play, but I don't have any friends, or I'm trying to find someone I don't have time, and we have another.
Like, if you're in a game, you want to sit down for at least an hour, right?
We have Fireteam Ops.
Even if you have 4 kids.
So, like, just talking about fire teams, like, quintessential Destiny is playing with 2 other players, a fire team of 3, right? And so we have all of the activities in Fireteam Ops are 3-player fire team. We have, like, classic strikes in there. We have like missions from past expansions, like in Europa, like the Empire hunts. We also have like onslaughts are in here. We actually scroll down more. There it is, the coil. So past seasonal activities coming back, and like integrating with all the systems we've been talking about that we're going to talk more about, so that they're like available for you to get new loot in, to work on your power climb, to basically
15 minutes on my Xbox back in Destiny 1.
You want to.
Oh, bro had the family timer on his Xbox,
go ahead and get our
dude.
fire team set
Oh
up
no.
with our activity. What are we playing today?
We were going to do the Dark Priestess Empire hunt.
Awesome. So here, I'm actually going to pass the mic over to you and Alan. Let's get some bans, some modifiers, all that kind of stuff set up. Really quick, can you introduce each of these sections for the different modifiers, and then we'll go and kind of pick and choose what we want?
For sure. So we're starting
max
at,
difficulty.
Master activity, and this is 300 combatant power. The first row there that has all the selectable icons that you can change are challenge modifiers. These are things that will increase the combatant power and add some additional difficulty to it. The first one is our Banes. So here you decide what Banes are going to show up, and we paired all of them as like 2 combos that either work well together or at least interesting. Today we'll do Threaded and Caltrops. So Threaded is where as you damage the combatant, it will spawn Threadlings, and when it dies, it will throw out a few more Threadlings at the same time. And Caltrops is a void area that gets spawned near you, like between you and the combatant, and then when it dies, it throws out another one.
Or just Banes.
So something to make it so you either need to get up in the air or keep going through.
So starting with retaliation.
Yeah.
If I die, you're coming with me. Pretty much. All right, next up, what do we got?
Yeah, let's do subtle foes. So this just makes it so that when some of the enemies are far away from you, they will be invisible, and that helps them get into close range, or if you are using a long-range loadout, you won't be able to deal with them as much, so you might want to bring some close range.
And they're like very invisible. Not like,
yeah, not like a little bit of player stealth, but just like you don't see them.
Yeah, you really have to like pay attention to see them from long range.
What else do you want to do? Yeah, let's do Glass Cannon. So Glass Cannon is kind of a fire team equalizing one where it only punishes the person who's doing the best. So if you have that buddy that, clears the strike ahead of you or is getting all of the kills, well, we're actually going to give him a debuff where he will just take more incoming damage. And if you are a little bit closer with your friends, then that's actually a catch-up opportunity where maybe you take over the kill lead and now you're the one suffering a little bit, and kind of a fun.
So if I'm playing through this activity and I'm stealing all of your kills, I'm putting a bit of a debuff on myself.
Right.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah, true.
And maybe I'm letting you finish a few of those.
Yeah. All right.
What else? Let's do one more. Chill Touch. Yeah, so we were talking about getting the enemies into melee. So this will make it if they hit you in melee, you will suffer a stasis debuff and slow down.
Awesome.
And that pushes the power all the way up to 360. And those things are also increasing.
At this point right now, I'm snoozing. I'm really snoozing, man. Oh, Love Island. Brian defending Amira from Ease and Austin. Zach. Oh, those boys will pay. Yeah, I don't watch this show, so I wouldn't know. No. Cool. Yeah. Don't want to see that. Let's play games. That was kind of weird, but the stream doesn't seem to fulfill me. I just couldn't watch no more. I'll think about if I want to watch the rest. I'm gonna keep that in my directory. So, but I'm going to get off for today. It's pretty slow today, so appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I hope y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Be warm. What else? Come follow me. If you have X, I have X. But Joe's Who, boom, you can find me right there. Boom, you can always find me right there. Also, too, you can hit my follow button, and you'll be part of the stream. You'll be part of the Joe's Who. You'll be part of the family. So that'll be a great case of scenario. You know, I was watching that video that I showed y'all. Yeah, it just costs a lot of. It does cost a lot of money in order for us to like stream and everything. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, there. My camera's back. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could land in the area where I need to land, but I don't think the game wants to compromise with me. It'll probably compromise with me tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be on. Man, I want to stay on, but I don't. I had a long day at work today, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but let's reload back in there and let's see if we get the spot that I need. I need to get by the Court of Orcs. That's where I need to get to. If I get the worm. If I don't get there, then I'm gonna call it a night. Sayonara. Please follow follow the channel. I have YouTube, JL2. Check out my videos playing Black Myth Wukong. Love that game. I feel like that's like my favorite game of all time, honestly, because I don't have any other games that I could call the greatest of all time. That's one of them. Oh, and I was playing Elden Ring, Nightreign. That game is pretty. Oh my god! And I got it. Guys, we're going in. We are going in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's get this worm. All I'm gonna do is get the worm. Sayonara. This is all I wanted. Oh, did I get this one? Did I get this one here? Gosh. I don't even know what worm I'm missing. You're walking around. It's a new area. Don't wanna mess this up. I wanna be the very best, and no one ever will. Catching is my real test. And training is my goal. I'll travel across the land, searching for one. Dear. These Pokemon don't understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. It's you and me. Got a chest. Give me another one.
Keep a keen eye and your finger on the trigger, hero.
Okay. You found something. No, nothing here. Okay. It's okay. Oh, I guess no. Oh no. Anyways, yeah, I need to get the worm so I can get the one for all catalyst. Cause, dude, I think that's the only thing I need. How's Hatchling on this Dyerberg or whatever it's called? Ugh. Even that didn't work. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. If you haven't hit the follow button, go ahead and hit that follow button right now. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and be my first subscriber. And then you'll be awesome sauce. And then we'll be on the road to 100 subscribers. Let's get it. But anyways, I think I'm gonna clock out here. Not a lot of time today, but I'll make more time tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure put some more time into this so I could grind and hang out with my fans and have a good time, you know? I know y'all not really here for 2 hours and then I'll leave, but I'm gonna cut the stream short today. Can I find one in here? If I find one in here? Oh, no. No, I'm back out. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good night, and